It is Community Music Monday, and on this particular Community Music Monday, we will be listening to the album 666 by Aphrodite's Child, W's to our friend Garrett, who I am literally edgelording right now because we are going to do one song before we go and do that. Yes, Scoots, I did get a new pie. Thank you. Yeah, and it was added to the pie way before we adjusted the runtime. But to make sure we get at least one more song in before we sit down for an hour and 18-minute adventure, we are going to hop on in. Let me know. Do you have a song on this pie or not? Guys, if you're finding out you want on YouTube a little bit later, congratulations. But without further ado, good luck. What is it going to be? Big pie or little pie? It's looking like it's going to be a pretty... Is it... Oh, I thought it was going to be a little pie. I thought we were going to get one of those. Nothing ever happened. Deerhunter. Okay. It's kind of interesting because I feel like I just recently listened to Deerhunter, just not this particular song. So, yeah, guys, let me know. Is the winner of this song here in the chat at the moment? Because, we want to put W's to you. Now, this is a music discovery stream, so you guys have to let me know. Have you heard this song before? Are you familiar with it? Nothing Ever Happened by Deerhunter, or are you raw dogging a first listen with me? Do be sure to let me know, because I'm gonna hit the play button. It's before I do, it's very important to me. I'm gonna hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. And if you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Kick or Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. And I know for a fact that we would all love to have you by, and these people are actually the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. Guys, without further ado, and W's to whoever put this on the pie, Nothing Ever Happened by Deerhunter. Here we go. Love a feedback intro. Ooh! Bass. Listen to the bass playing the lead instrument here. That's kind of nice. You know, it's funny because in August of 2008, I'm pretty positive just knee deep into the Narrow Stairs album by Death Cab. So there's no possible way I would have listened to anything other than that album for at least a year. Already love it. This has a little bit of like the Strokes kind of bass line going for it. There's absolutely something to be said about the way that like this is without question like full of the sound textures that you would hear in this time period for indie rock. It's funny because I feel like this would have been something I might have heard on like Pandora when I was in college, when Pandora was all of the rage. But I was busy like in that time period again, kind of listening to like Death Cab and Hot Heat and like the Maccabees and Frightened Rabbit and the Decemberists and like so many bands that sound adjacent to this without question. The Strokes. It's like there's definitely like it's full of Tegan and Sarah. It's full of sound textures that are so indie rock for that time period. And when I say indie rock, I'm talking about the collections of sound textures, not necessarily like independent artists. So it's got more of a psychedelic feel to it for sure. But this it hits in like I'm never gonna have to try to like music like this. Is always just gonna naturally happen.
Nothing's easy, nothing's fair, nothing ever happened to me, nothing ever happened to me, nothing ever happened to me, life just passed and flashed right through me.
Tokyo Police Club should have made that list of that I had listed out there before. I'm feeling like I'm hearing a dude play just ripping on a micro Korg there, which I feel like is kind of like the indie rock like axe. And yeah, the lyrics are super like are definitely right up there with like being an introspective artsy dude. That like had guitars. There is certainly. Again, just it's easy music for me to just be like, yep. And honestly, it's music like this that kind of informed my own guitar playing, I get it, dude. That. And then we just get a jam? Anybody else kind of feel like it's got a little bit of a Built to Spill vibe, like the jam band of indie rock? Never heard Spoon. So I'm going to bring it back a little bit. I want you to be paying attention to the squealing noises in the right ear. You definitely hear like this really fuzzy, really broken up, really reverby tremolo guitar sound that's happening. They're really playing with just a jam. Like with indie jams, it's kind of funny because you don't often see virtuosic guitar playing. You see guys utilizing their axes as tools instead of shredders. And it's interesting the way that these guys are filling the soundscape. And, you've got the sense of like the synth sounds that are kind of, the bass really being the heartbeat, but also really being, in my opinion, kind of the strongest instrument in the band, like definitely the best presence. But it's a fun jam, and it's a jam. It's like, again, I feel like anybody that was in a band that kind of made indie sounding music kind of did sounds like this or like aimed to achieve them. I really like this. love this. This is so cool. I feel like that's microKORG. I feel like that's a synth. I don't think that that's a guitar. Honestly, guys, this video right here, I'm going to hang on. I'm gonna put it in there. If anybody is interested, this video that I just typed into the chat is kind of what it brings me to, like Death Cab. I watched this video probably more than I've watched any other video. It used to be in pieces on YouTube, and then Death Cab was able to put it all on there. I've probably watched that video more than any other video on YouTube, period. It really, really, really informed me on like how jams in indie rock context could go. But to hear this, it really kind of brought me to that. And it just rings true in what my formative like music was. It really, like, honestly, that this might be one that I visit. I didn't necessarily back then have a concept of what indie jam bands were, or even jam bands in general. You know what I mean? I certainly wasn't a good enough musician to understand them. I was just a dork that had guitars and, you know, wanted to, you know, sound like Death Cab. But this was so much more than that. And I guess the reason I'm bringing up that video in particular was because I kind of saw a little bit of that in what I heard here, with this being, you know, not a live context. But I feel like their jams would probably just be huge and awesome. So yeah, guys, I loved it. Whoever put this on there, mega W's for you. You definitely pegged my taste. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.